Welcome again to Yokchi-Conscious Spoken Word, a Waking Moment podcast. A lot of time as a practitioner, some of my clients always ask me, how do I protect my energy? And the one thing that I'll always explain to them is that you first need to create a subconscious safe space in your mind to protect your energy, protect your well-being. You may ask, what do I mean by that? What it is not necessarily a physical place that you need to be feeling safe, because that physical temple that you are looking for is actually in your subconscious mind. You just have to understand how to access it. My word is how to access it, right? So they mean how to get into it and how to create it. So in order to protect your energy, mental, emotional, physically, and even to protect your chakras, the safe space is really, really important. I'm just going to go through some of the stuff that explain what is energy. And the other key point is you have to understand what is energy. How does it work? How does it function in the body? What's the law behind it? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through one or two actually of the things that I feel that you need to understand. And once you understand that, it makes a better understanding of how to protect your energy and how it actually works. So for one, our body is like a heat engine. What I'm saying is that the human body is a heat engine because our body naturally creates heat. It's called thermal energy. So our body naturally creates this thermal energy. When we eat food, our body naturally breaks this food down to create thermal energy to be able to metabolize the food and provide a sustained amount of energy through all the mechanical parts of the body, the organs, the brain, and so on. And the other part of energy is understanding thermodynamics, right? You may say, what is thermodynamics? So thermodynamics has a law is that energy is constantly changing form. So when you say energy is constantly changing form, is that if you ever go somewhere and somebody hugs you, what it is that their energy is actually transferable to you because you're hugging you with their energy, right? Because your body naturally creates this energy. We're actually all energized. So when somebody hugs you, it's actually changing from the individual that hug you to now your energy. So they're shifting, they're transferring their energy onto you. So if you don't understand how to protect it or cut off the tie based on the energy that is now put on you, not purposely, maybe accidentally, they may be going through emotional baggage or holding on to something that they can't let go of. So that energy is now in your being because naturally, your human body naturally creates this energy. And the other part of thermodynamics is that energy cannot be created or destroyed. So naturally, what you're saying is that energy is always been there and always will always constantly be there. We just have to understand how to utilize that energy that's given to us for whatever, for healing, for astral projection, lucid dream, for Reiki. Even as a hypnotherapist, if your energy itself as a hypnotherapist or a Reiki practitioner or a personal trainer is not on point, your client will be able to feel that off of you, right? So when your client feels that off of you, it actually throws their game off. It throws their guard up because you yourself hasn't able to protect your energy or keep your energy calm. So we're going to go through not few theories. We're going to go through some of the things that I use to protect my energy and also protect my client. So what we're going to go through is this. So in order to protect your energy, you must first create a safe space in your subconscious mind. You may ask him, what's a safe space in my subconscious mind? I'll explain that as well. So the safe space in your subconscious mind is a space that you created, that you're comfortable in. But before you even get into that, your safe space is not necessarily a physical space it's not an external space outside of your body at the moment. first you need to create that safe space in your subconscious mind, and then from there you can now create a safe space in your home where you can sit and meditate. You could go to church if you go to church. Whatever it is that you consider your safe space, then the external part of it, then you could go to. My safe space is my physical body, which is, I consider my temple, my space of my place of worship. So I constantly, in my subconscious mind, create that safe space that I could access at all time by snapping my finger, by a particular keyword, by thought, an idea. It could put me back into my safe space. So this way I can stay calm, cool head, and be able to see things on a different point. So once you have that safe space, you could always drift back into it. Even if you're not in your physical safe space, you just have to understand how to snap your finger 3 times. You snap your finger 3 times, you know that, okay, that you trigger your safe space. So this way you can go into it in your subconscious mind, but yet you're still interacting with the physical world, because at the moment your safe space is going to keep you calm and reduce your anxiety. So those are some key points we're going to go through, but just remember how to keep that safe space at hand at all time versus a physical place, because your human body is your temple and your subconscious mind is like your godlike self. You just have to understand how to access it. All right, let's go into the other part of it. Okay, so the other part is this. I'm going to explain how, as human, how we learn. And this is also very, very important when you're creating a safe space. Okay, a human being, or all human beings, learn on understand how to categorize and organize things, so this way they can accept it at any given time. Like for example, your phone is an extension of your subconscious mind. I said that before in other podcasts. Your phone is an extension of your subconscious mind. So when you put somebody's name in, their first name, last name, their phone number, what you're doing, you're literally categorizing them in that particular phone number. Or you could also put a color beside it, so that color represents this. Or a lot of time, based on who it is, if you put a name and you put a song to it, so when you hear the song rings, when you hear the song, you may not need to see the name, but you know that song is actually for that particular person. So now you've literally categorized that individual with a song. So that would be considered how you anchor a song with the person's name, so this way you'll remember who it is without looking on your phone. And that in hypnosis we call an anchor technique. So a song to a name is able to anchor your subconscious mind to that particular song, which represents the person that you want the song for. And that is one way how it works. The other part is your laptop. Laptop is actually a good one. So when you're working on a particular file, the file is going to need a name, and in that file you're going to put all the information in that file. So now you're categorizing that file name with the information inside the file, so this way you could retrace it or bring it back up. This is how the safe space works in your subconscious mind, and how to protect your energy. Because once you categorize a particular safe space by giving it a name, so if you give your safe space a name, you could accept it like at any given time. Meaning that word, you could find that safe space at any given time by either saying, okay, when I need my safe space, I'm gonna clap my fingers, snap my finger 3 times. So you go safe space 1, 2, 3, whatever the name is, it comes right back to you, and you're in your safe space. No different than the phone and the laptop, and using a song to bridge or anchor your thought to that individual when you hear the song rings without looking at it. And that's the category of how human beings learn. We categorize things. So we tend to categorize emotions, feeling, fear, car, place of work. We categorize it based on what it is. So this way, when we need to go to that particular place, we know how to get there. All right. So if you say Tim Hortons, you're going to say Tim Hortons down the street. So when you say Tim Hortons, the first thing that you may think of it is coffee or tea. I like coffee, so I may go for coffee. So Tim Hortons represents coffee for me, and that's how you categorize Tim Hortons. Same with the color. You may see something red with a T on it. It's how you literally categorize red Tim's with Tim Hortons, right? Really, really easy. Or Starbucks with the green and the mermaid. So when you see that, you naturally know it's Starbucks, and that's how it works by categorizing things in your mind. All right, so let's get into the other part of it. What's the benefit? So we're gonna go through what's the benefits of creating a safe space in your subconscious mind. And this is also really, really cool too. As hypnotherapist and a Reiki practitioner, once I'm not sure about everybody else, but I can speak for me. What I do, if my clients have gone through emotional trauma, they're going through something that's they feel uncomfortable and they're not able to fully see it or fully let go of it. What I do with their safe space is to actually create a safe space in your subconscious mind. So what I usually ask is, where do you find yourself at a comfortable level, right? And I'll go into that, how I induct myself. So I'll definitely show you how I induct myself into my safe space with keywords and key suggestion. And I'll literally talk it out this way you understand how to create that. So once I have my clients in their safe space, I'm now able to get them either, if they're sitting on the couch and they like sitting on the couch and reading, having a glass of wine and watching TV. So what we do, we create that safe space in your subconscious mind with the same imagery of them with a controller that they could change the channel of the situation. So if the client is going through a traumatic moment, I now get them into a deep induction to watch it through a TV, but not interacting with that particular trauma, right? So once they're interacting and watching it on the TV, they see it as a movie. They are not connected to that emotion, right? Or whatever is going on the TV. They have control of how to change the channel, change the scene, change the emotion. So this way they're not attached. So, and in that safe space, while they're going through that trauma, I work with them to be able to eventually interact with it and cut off the ties or cut off the emotions that's attached to the particular trauma. So, and that's how a safe space works with me as a hypnotherapist, be able to make sure the client cuts off that trauma or overcome it, right? And even as a Reiki practitioner, that is important. So when, as a Reiki practitioner, you yourself also have a safe space that you could access in your mind. So this way, when you do an energy healing, you're separated from the physical or surrounding, because your safe space in your subconscious mind, in my subconscious mind, is how I put myself when I'm doing a Reiki session, because I have a keyword, whatever it is, Reiki, and then it switches that state of consciousness into doing energy healing for my client, right? So, and that's that, on that aspect is how a safe space is really, really important and how to create it. So what we're going to do now, I'm actually going to go through a small induction, hypnosis induction, which I'm going to post on my YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and you can watch it on my YouTube channel. But again, listen up for part 2 when I post the induction of how I did it, so this way you can listen to it and you can watch it as well. Again, thanks again for watching Yokchi-Conscious Spoken Word and listening. Have an awesome day. Welcome back to Yokchi-Conscious Spoken Word. This is part 3 of how to create a safe space. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do a small self-induction where I actually put myself in an inductive state in my safe space. So I'm literally going to walk you through with some of the things I do, and also these already preset suggestions and preset instruction that I already have for myself that I've been doing for a while. So it comes naturally easy, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually walk you through it of how I get myself in a safe space. And just keep in mind, I do this to myself all the time to be able to get into those safe space or get into other access part of my mind, because I've created keywords and key suggestion and different points that I need, different points to just say to get me where I need to go. Okay, so let's start induction. So first thing first, I always find myself comfortable. I ground myself on the floor, right? And what I usually do, I also call my name. So in my mind, I'm calling my name to access that who I'm talking to. All right, here we go. So take a deep breath in, breathe out. Take a deep breath in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe out. Dwayne Sanderson, as you relax, you're going to find your shoulders, your arms, your legs, your mind become very relaxed, calm, and relaxed. I want you to take yourself to your safe space. Once I count from 5 to 1, and I'll snap my finger 3 times with my right hand, you'll find that you're going to drift right into your safe space. Take a deep breath in, breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dwayne Sanderson, you're in your safe space. Describe your safe space to me, so this way we could see. What is the name of your safe space? My safe space is called sunrise. My safe space is called sunrise. My safe space is called sunrise. Describe where you are, Dwayne. What is it that you see when you're in your safe space? Describe the detail, describe the texture, describe the feeling, describe where you are. At this moment, I'm actually sitting on the beach, sitting on a lawn chair, and looking in the far distance. I could see the sunrise. I could see the bright, orangey beaming far out. The water is calming. I could see the waves, and I could actually feel the breeze. I could actually feel the breeze blowing on my face. I could hear the waves going back and forth. It's a nice, sunny sunrise day. I'm actually at ease. I can feel the sand beneath my feet. I'm actually playing with the sand beneath my feet. It's gritty, soft, and warm. Very relaxing. And I can see the palm trees on the right hand side, just like blowing in the wind. It's like such a peace. It's sanctuary. There's nobody on the sand. It's just me, the sunrise, the ocean, and I could see the birds just flying around, and I could hear them quacking in the distance. When in your safe space, what is it that you feel? This is where I de-stress, recharge, re-energize. This is how I take myself into my safe space. Breathe. I want you to take 3 deep breaths in, Dwayne. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to count from 1 to 5. When I snap my finger 3 times, you're going to come back from your safe space. You're going to feel rejuvenated. You're going to feel vitalized. Peace of mind, relax, focus, on point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Wake up. Perfect. Whoa. And that is how I actually get into my safe space. So I can fully come back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awake. Awaken. Yes. So that is how I put myself in a deep hypnosis trance, where I can just get myself in by understanding how to use my safe space keywords, my auto suggestion that I've already preset for myself with my snap of my finger. So this was only a simple demo that I choose to share, and how self-hypnosis and being able to get into that deeper trance state at any given time. And even when you get into that deeper self state of mind, you don't necessarily have to like drift in. You could literally do whatever you need to do and still be at work if you need to be calm, be peace of mind. All right. But thank you again for listening to Yokchi-Conscious Spoken Word, and hope you have an awesome day. And I hope these videos and this podcast is helping you. Thanks again, and remember, this is how you protect your energy, by creating a safe space that you could go into to be able to protect that energy that in your subconscious mind. And then once you protect that energy in your subconscious mind, you can now create that energy or create that safe space in your physical aspect. All right, thanks again.